8 o'clock on a Sunday night. The Patriots just beat the Eagles. All is good in New England. But who cares? Because Disney Plus came out this week, and that's just it. That's a topic. So I've got Disney Plus. He's got Disney Plus. 10 million people have Disney Plus. What's general thought on the platform, the way it's set up, anything that you find particularly interesting, or maybe that you don't like?
Overall, the first impression was, it's got that Netflix type model to it, so you're kind of used to how to use it. The selection's crazy. It's only like a couple little things that that's kind of they could probably improve on really quick is if they have like the Netflix has the continue watching. You got your little, they don't have that, so you kind of have to, if you kind of search something, you got to go back and search for it to get back to it. And if you start watching like a series or something, it doesn't tell you what you've already watched. So like I went back and I started watching Even Stevens. I watched the first episode, and then when I went back the next day to check, it doesn't show that it was played. So you gotta, once you get into things, you gotta kind of remember where you are. But I think those are just two little things they could an update and just fix really quick. But other than that, it might be at some points a little slow, but it's brand new, so you're gonna expect, you gotta expect some
glitches.
Everybody's watching it. It's brand new.
I also love it. First of all, it's awesome. If you're a Disney fan, what not to love. But I guess one thing that's kind of blah about it, and once again falling under the category of it'll be an easy fix, and I'm sure they'll do something about it, is when you go to Out of the Ball and whatever the other topics are, Star Wars, whatever it is, and you go down the vertically to get to the horizontal, quick little thumbnail type menu. A lot of times you get the same movies in the rows.
Yeah, I did see that. Yep.
And you're like, well, you got a ton of content on here. Can we not do that? But that I'm sure will be kind of etched out over time too. And back to your point on continued watching. That's definitely the thing that stuck out to me was that that's a cool feature that Netflix has that they should definitely kind of rip off, for lack of a better way to put it. Mm-hmm. Other than that, though, the selection, at launch we all knew it was going to be ridiculous anyway, and it is. I don't know. Am I wrong in saying that they've got the original Disney Afternoon, except I can't get the original? Can I not get the original DuckTales on there? I didn't see it. I saw the movie.
That's one I did not look for.
I saw the movie and I saw the new series. I didn't think I seen the old one. Oh, man.
Let me see.
I thought I should have checked into a little more before we started doing this, but I thought it came to my head as we were sitting down, because I was looking briefly. And I know... So do you see it? No, right?
Yeah, they have it right here.
Oh, they do have it.
1987, 3 seasons. Yep.
Okay, so they do have it. All right, that makes sense then. All right, good, because I'm going to watch the crap out of that. I love that. I just like that. We watched the movie the other day, the Lost Lamp one. Mm-hmm. And it's good. The writing is good for that stupid little show. It's always enjoyable, and they always have kind of cool adventures and villains and stuff like that. And even the new one I like. What else? So...
The other thing I thought of quick while I know my kids, they've been watching a lot of the shorts.
Yep. And
they like to rewatch them. If they watch one and go, if you don't watch it all the way through to the end.
Yep.
And then you go, so you went back to watch a previous one, and you press the play button, it doesn't restart. It still plays from the credits, but then it doesn't give you the option of play or restart. So just just a little tiny
things,
thing.
But you're so used to streaming. We're so everyone's seasoned streaming veterans now that we know the things that we like. So when you don't get them, it's kind of it's not a big deal, but it kind of is a big deal. You want it. I get that part.
Yeah, but I know you see a lot of people that first day, everybody was I just found it funny when people were complaining about trying to get on. It's like, well, everybody is trying to get on. So you get, I mean, and then people, well, Disney should know this. No, it's just.
Well, I think they
just,
did know
it's
it, but
just
what
how,
are they going to do?
It's just how you got millions of people trying to get onto their service. So, I mean, now it's fine.
I think it's one of those, like, we think we got it as good as we possibly can get it at this moment. Now we have to let it launch and see. But they got it back up pretty quick.
Yeah.
At least from where I sat, I got up in the morning, and I want to say maybe like 7:30 or so. Yeah, 'cause it was a little before Ari went to school. So, and I had problems. I took it to the bus, came back, still was a little iffy. Watched an episode of Jack Ryan, switched back over, and then it was going now. Now, once it was going, there was like I couldn't get on the Mandalorian right away. That took a little while. Like I would go on, it wouldn't give me the play option.
Yeah.
So I guess there was, as you would imagine, probably a lot of high traffic. To watch that show. Once again, understandably. I mean, what show were you looking forward to the most? I mean, obviously.
I think I got lucky because I woke up. It's Tuesday, so I usually go to the gym before work. So I was up and out of the house by 5, and I downloaded on my phone, and I didn't even know if it was going to be I didn't know. I know they had said 9, but then I don't know if that was specific, so it would have been 6 here. But it was, boom! I jumped right on the elliptical. I hit Mandalorian, so I got to watch it at about 5:30 that morning, and it was fine. Mm-hmm. I guess I don't know if I beat most people watching it, but I never had a problem with not being able to connect at all. So
this guy was the first person to watch Mandalorian.
Yeah, I was very excited.
There you have it.
Jumped right on it.
Should have jumped right on a podcast and reviewed it before anybody else could.
But I had to watch it on my phone. But then that gave me the option. And when I got home that night, I just watched it on the TV. So I got to the initial watch, and then you look for more things in that second watch.
I have not had the pleasure of the second watch or the pleasure of watching the second episode. As soon as this podcast is done recording, I am going to go do that. But with that said, I mean, we're already segued over to it anyway. What do we think about The Mandalorian? I say 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, the second you watch it and it's the way it's shot, it just puts you right back into the Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Even the original trilogy, because it takes place soon after that, but it puts you right back into thatness. There's nothing like
the feel is there.
There's nothing overly fancy about anything. It's just kind of, it seems like they just went with the classic look and the classic I mean, there's CGI and stuff, but more practical type
Yoda
things
was
to
practical. Baby Yoda there. I thought when I first saw it was CGI, but I was told today that was a practical effect. That was a practical puppet.
Oh.
Feel free to comment if I'm wrong about that. I'm gonna look at it later, but a reliable source informed me of that today. So apparently that's a thing.
It very well could be.
I posed the question now: is Yoda? Well, calling him Yoda, I'm sure that thing has a name or whatever. Maybe they even said it in the second one. I haven't seen.
No, they still haven't said what it even is. Or
is he now a Muppet baby?
Yeah, you could join the cast.
Because it all falls in the Disney category. Of course, I'm joking, but So we got the Mandalorian, and he's kind of Boba Fett-esque. Right? Like, he's not much of a personality. Once again, I've only seen the first one. And he just kind of lays the groundwork of, shows you right out of the get-go where he's, kind of how he goes about doing his business and collecting his bounties. And I loved how in his ship he's got, like, a rack of people frozen in carbonite. I thought that was kind of the cool thing.
Yeah.
And then... the personality of the first alien that he captures too was kind of funny. Like, he's kind of like trying to talk his way out of it. Like, I got credits. You could let me go.
Yeah, that was like the little comedy in that show. And the mention of
how he goes to the bathroom too was funny.
Yeah, going to the bathroom and the mention of Life Day, which was kind of a nice little nod to the Christmas special.
John Favreau was trying to do a Star Wars Christmas special. Like, I don't know how real that is, or if he was joking in an interview when he said it or whatever, but. There was talk about it, and there's talk about them putting it on Disney Plus.
I mean,
they should.
Why not?
The people go crazy for it. It's stupid, but I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Every Christmas.
Yeah.
Every Life Day.
Make it a tradition.
Festivus, Life Day, Christmas, it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so then he collects the bounty, and they kind of give him another mission, and you just kind of get to see the inner workings of I guess how bounty hunting kind of works in the galaxy, and also kind of thought it was kind of funny that there's like bounty hunting is a unionized labor apparently.
Yeah, that was something.
Like, well, you're in the guild, and I'm like, oh, this is a thing. I just really always had the feeling that these people just kind of did what they, just did what they did. And, like rules, and like he shows the badge or whatever it is, he shows the robot, so he knows he's in the guild, and then they have to kind of like respect each other's place there or whatever, or however it works. And the robot was cool too.
Yeah, the robot was really cool. It was. I know it's not the same robot as the original, but it's that same. It's the same robot, not the same
idea,
thing. But it was cool to see when you had seen that. It's like, how is a robot a bounty hunter? But it was cool how he.
It got me to thinking that
around.
like, especially the way we do things in the world now, everything is automated if possible. Why wouldn't you just employ like countless droid bounty hunters? I mean, it's a lot less overhead as far as. Well, I guess maybe there's more overhead because you got to build them. If a human dies, just get another one. I don't know, but it just seems like it'd be more up for the task. Like, and he helped a lot in that scene when they're in the town.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, like A+ so far for me. I guess you could argue that it'd be better if they just put them all out at once and gave you the option to watch them the way you want to. But at the same time, I kind of like the idea of it because now, like for example, like for this podcast, now everyone's gonna kind of be like, if we keep our week-to-week shows, everyone's gonna be on barring this week, I got behind it real quick. Everyone's gonna be on the same thing if it's something worth mentioning. Whereas it's not like you have one big maybe I watch the entire 13 episodes and everybody else watched 2 of them. And now it's it's a weekly event to see what's going on.
You have time to think about it and go over things.
Yeah.
And, you don't have to worry about with the binge. Everybody just watch. You just want to watch it to watch it, and you miss things. So at least you can. And
I'm wondering because they're not hour-long episodes. They're actually rather short. So I'm wondering if they're gonna do it that way too. They just keep it spread out.
Yeah.
Give you 30 minutes a week. And I've heard, I don't know if I read this or heard this, that there's almost not even going to be breaks. Like, so, in other words, they'll say they're shooting season 2 right now as we speak. This one ends, it will just go.
Yeah, I think actually they just started shooting season 2.
That's what I mean. So I think it's not going to be there's not going to be any breaks.
Yeah.
So instead of, you lose on one with no binging, but maybe you don't wait 6 months to a year for another season.
Yeah, that's nice. Like,
so I can live with that.
Yeah. And there's just so much. Yeah, and then when the Marvel stuff starts coming on, the same type of thing. They've already announced so many shows. It's like they'll all just work into each other.
And you'll get more Star Wars stuff with Obi-Wan and Cassian there from Rogue One's getting a show, and and there's gonna be.
You can go countless. You can just do it. You can go do all those old.
It fits better in a show format too, because like if so far so good on the Mandalorian, right? So. If that continues to be a thing, you continue to make the show.
Yeah.
Whereas, you can pop out a couple other ideas along the way, like they're gonna do, and if those don't hit, you cancel the show and you move on to another idea. That way, it's not like a movie where you just you wait for it. It's 2 hours. If it didn't hit, you're like, eh.
Yeah.
Or this one, you can just find what niches work, like what stories people actually want to see from the galaxy. And I think the Bounty Hunter one is a good one. I think I would be surprised if Obi-Wan's not a good one.
I mean, like the way Star Wars is, you could do any with all the different species and stuff. You don't have to worry about. You could do a Greedo one if you want. You could do a Yoda one because they're all either costume or computer generated. So it's just countless. And then things.
If they're good, you keep them. If they're not good, you don't. It's a quick turnover with the streaming service. And with the whole Cassian thing, his time period is I think interesting to a lot of Star Wars fans. So his show could be interesting too. There's a lot of potential there.
Yeah, because especially the way the movie. So you have that basically between episode 3 and episode 4, you have all those years where you could fill in a lot of space.
And you can paint a lot of pictures, like detailed pictures, as opposed to trying to cram something into a 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm to assume that somehow movies are gonna probably get attached to these. I've already read a rumor that Mandalorian's gonna get a movie. So,
yeah, I did. Yes, I saw that too.
But anyway, so Mandalorian definitely good. The other thing, obviously the content in general is just good, but you can see. I watched. Did you watch Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah, we watched it last night.
What did you guys think?
I know what at first people were saying it wasn't going to be anything special, and they I know people had said it wasn't good, but it was perfectly fine.
That's what I thought.
I mean,
it's good for the family to sit down.
You had little spots where maybe the mouth wasn't matching up with something, but that's like, I mean, it's a nice, like, as far as my kids, I don't think they really had a huge desire to watch it, but it's like, you ask me, you want to watch it? Okay. Talking dogs, oh, okay. And then they sit there and they just stare at the TV the whole time. It kept them interested in, and it was a...
Yeah, Aria said she hated it before she watched it, but then we watched it and she didn't move.
Yeah.
We watched the whole thing right through.
That's the same thing I did with the kids the other day. I was very happy to see the Rocketeer was on there. And I said, it was yesterday afternoon. So you want to watch the Rocketeer? No, not really.
I want to see that. I want to rewatch that one, yeah.
You put it on? They sat there the whole, whatever it was, hour 45, 2 hours. They sat there the whole time and watched it.
That's why it's awesome, too. Like, and like we're Disney fans, obviously, but most people are to some degree, right? So what I've noticed so far, and it's early and it's exciting because it just came out and stuff like that, but having a kid, it's just an easy compromise. It's like, all right, I want to watch something. I don't want to watch like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, for example, but I'll watch Lady and the Tramp movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good enough to, like, I feel like I'm getting some kind of dose of adult TV, and she's getting something we can both watch together, whereas...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just get sick of, like, I come home and she's watching, like, the Trolls cartoon, and I have no problem with any of those things, but I'm not going to really sit there and watch too much of them. Whereas this, I can be like, all right, DuckTales. Like, Ari and I watch DuckTales for hours. I mean, we'll just do it, watch Bambi, anything. So all that stuff on there is a good connection obviously for parent and child, which is...
especially all the old, like, you know, the Snow Whites, the Cinderellas, all that stuff's on
classics.
there, and my kids haven't seen any of that stuff. They grew up in, you know, with all the newer stuff, so it's nice to...
Yeah,
we get to watch our old things we watched when we were kids, and then they get to experience it too, and it's... And just for that, it's a better experience when you go to the parks too, because, you know, they know who Cinderella and Snow White are, but now they'll know the story behind everything because they'll sit there.
And those are easy watches too, because those movies aren't long.
No.
Dumbo's like an hour.
Yeah.
I think Dumbo might be 59 minutes actually.
I think it's less than an hour. Yeah.
So that's an easy watch. Cinderella and Snow White, those are all got to be somewhere in the ballpark of being.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not long because they just didn't make long animated films back then, and so that's like a good bonus. I saw there's like a category like Mickey Through the Years. I haven't delved into that yet, but that looks cool.
We started watching like this. We started we watched some. Not that it's long, but we just quickly watched Steamboat Willie and stuff, like the older things. So yeah, it's nice to. Yeah, basically Disney Plus has been on my TV since Friday night.
I know.
Once the kids got out of school, I got home from work, and just when we were home this weekend, we were just watching it. They started watching. I was excited. He started watching Toy Story yesterday. They started Toy Story 2 today, which is right up my alley. I mean, I love the Toy Story movie, so I had no problem sitting there rewatching all that stuff.
I wonder how long it's going to be till 4 gets on there.
Yeah, because they were already asking why 4 was on there.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, some of the newer stuff. But, I mean, they threw Endgame on there right away, which wasn't... I don't think that was expected right away.
No, people were a little excited about it.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of just threw that,
Yeah, it seems like, and then
a little bit of bait to get the launch going.
Yeah, as you do look through it, you see things aren't on there, and it's like, I guess they're doing a whole rollout thing.
Yeah, they're gonna. I mean, yeah, I think more.
Because my kids, when they started watching Disney Junior, they really were into the, I don't know if you the Imagination Movers, that TV show. They're super into their music, and they were on the Disney Now app, and then they took them off. They were only on a couple episodes. Now they're not on that, and they're not on either now. So they're like upset about that, but knowing from what they those guys put on Twitter, they said they're probably coming. They're in a rollout for spring, which is whatever. But my kids are very, they still.
It'll be here soon enough.
Yeah, but they still tour around and everything. So every time they actually come here, we go see them. So
yeah.
They're at the point we've seen them so many times that they're at the point where we walk up, they recognize, oh, it's you guys, and they actually know my wife. They know Sarah by name. It's like, oh yeah, Sarah. So it's kind of nice that these kids know they watch these guys on TV and
it's unique.
They recognize them and remember them from each show, and it's but then they go to because they were asking, Teo, I want to watch the Movers, and it wasn't on either one. So, but soon enough it'll be on there. But it's there's just so much content. You can't put everything on there right away.
No, it's too much to do in one shot. And plus, when you gotta do it wisely to kind of like get your initial hardcore subscribers, and you do small rollouts and get other people along the way. It makes sense. It's all, I mean, there's obviously a business model behind it too. But
yeah, I know there's a feature on there in the help section. You can request things like what do we not have, and you write in TV shows or movies that you want to add. So I'm sure like
tons of people are doing that.
They're already doing that, so that I guess they'll decide whether to put whatever their schedule is. More people want this, so they'll schedule it in a new way. So
Quick Diz Takes is probably one of the most requested shows.
Yeah.
Probably on that thing. So soon we'll probably be rolling out in the summertime or so. Or not. But yeah, so as we kind of get to the end of the podcast here, one thing I think we should definitely talk about now too is like, so they have their original programming, Mandalorian. I watched a very quick snippet because I was just skimming through of Pixar in real life. That was kind of okay.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think that first one was just kind of with the Inside Out thing was a little I think once you like the Wall-E robot thing, that looks really cool. See that thing rolling around this.
I know the premise,
I just saw the previews of it, but some of the stuff will probably be pretty cool.
Yeah. So to be continued on that one, and we'll talk about Disney Plus shows week in and week out now, obviously anyway. So when we watch more of those, we'll talk about them. So the other big one for me, I think for you too, was the Imagineering show. Now they rolled the second one of those out already.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I watched that one. Yes,
this guy's on top of his game with that.
Yeah, I watched that.
I might have to stay up till
Friday
11 o'clock
too,
tonight. I got a few things I got to see. That being one of them.
Yeah, but it's not. Those are really like.
The first one was awesome.
You know the story, but then it's nice to get actually all these people.
Well, because they have so much access. Right?
Yeah, and they got everything in like
YouTubers, for example, like even the videos I make, the videos Bob Plays makes, the Funkland, they're all great and everything. But Disney's got like. They can get Bob Gurr. They can get these guys to come
very cool.
Take you inside. Yeah.
Like they're definitely. I think it was more on the second one. Like they take you places where people aren't supposed to be. Like
it's awesome.
There's a whole segment in the second one on the Utilidors, and you get to actually. It's a very, you hear about it, you see snippets of it, but they actually, you're walking with the camera down them. It's really cool, and then it's just nice to see everything. You get a story here, a story there, and it's nice to put them all together. Yeah, and you get everybody's perspective who was actually there. I
like that one a lot. I thought that was pretty good, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to watch the second one tonight after I finish The Mandalorian. So with that said, like, those shows are exciting. I haven't gotten a chance to see even peek at Encore with Kristen Bell or any of that stuff yet. And I guess they bring old musical groups together, like you did a musical together in high school. They bring the whole original and they redo the play again. So that might be kind of funny.
I read the description of it yet.
Didn't get to that yet.
No, I know they talk about that one and the. I didn't get a chance to watch any of the Jeff Goldblum stuff yet either.
No, but I'm sure that would be fun too.
Yeah,
but they have like the whole Disney Afternoon, for example, for like our age group is just like that's awesome. That's on there, and those shows hold up well too. I was like, I'm gonna watch one of DuckTales. I'm gonna watch Chip and Dale. I just want to see like where we're all excited about the nostalgia, but I want to see like where it holds up as an adult. And granted, you have to be a little bit of a kid at heart, but I watch them and I'm like, these are still pretty solid like cartoons to watch, and I have no problem sitting there with my daughter and watching them. Like you were saying, your kids love the shorts, so there's something that like a lot of kids might not ever have access to normally.
Yeah, so
you have those shorts now.
Basically, it was the short. That was if they had controlled the remote, it was most of the Pixar shorts, whether the newer Forky ones or the ones they played before the movies. It was on a constant loop.
Yeah,
pretty much all afternoon.
They're fun. They're quick. I actually always kind of liked them, especially when we like go to the little short film festival thing, and we had bought a few on like Amazon, like digital downloads, but they were getting it for like $2-3 a pop with those things, which is not a huge deal, but you're only getting like a 3-minute movie out of it. So it's good that I just have them all there for free, and pretty much everything that Amazon was offering to buy are all on the Disney Plus. So those are a definitely bonus I wasn't really thinking of. That was kind of like a pleasant surprise. I would say, the big thing here now next is like just to get some more of those shows that we talked about to get rolled out, the Marvel shows and the other Star Wars shows. Once those start to hit, you're gonna have a lot of movies, and then like there's the Christmas movie with and we'll talk about it as we get closer to the holidays. I'm sure you haven't watched it. I didn't watch it.
Noel
Annie
movie.
I'm sure that's gonna be looks worthwhile.
Something. I mean, yeah.
So
something new to see.
Just looks like it's can only get better from here.
Yeah, as long as they keep up, I mean, I know they did all this in preparation for this launch, but hopefully they keep up the, keep up doing the quality of the things they're doing.
Don't just...
And not just, okay, we got all these subscribers, so we can just kind of coast. At least keep it up.
I think they will because the competition, too, That's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to keep up with the other streaming services. If you don't do that, you'll fail. I don't care if you're Disney or not. So, with that said, I hope that, and back on the quick subject here of Lady and the Tramp, I hope that they continue to pick and choose some live action movies to just make and put directly onto the service, because that's cool. I mean, that movie could have been, you could have put that movie in theaters. That was a theater quality movie.
Yeah, especially, And
if
they put it in theaters, they'd probably spend a little more money for the extra, make it look, tighten it up extra with the,
Yeah.
But I mean,
which they should have spent anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, it was perfectly fine.
Everything it was very passable. They were using real animals here. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
They did a decent job. It was a fun story to watch. There was nothing wrong with it. They did some of the musical numbers. They were good. So I would say the one that felt like a little awkward, I would say out of all of them, was maybe the He's a Tramp music number inside the Dog Pound. That was a little
yeah. And I
but
know
overall,
they they didn't do the with the cats. They didn't.
Yeah.
They changed that
yeah,
song
they changed the song
around too.
because it being politically incorrect
I guess,
and all that. I understand that. And before we go, that will segue into the last point, which actually your wife texted me about and brought up, and I'm glad she did because it's worth noting. They did not change any racial insensitive material on any of the classic films. They simply issued a warning at the beginning, which I think is a good move. From my opinion, because there's racially insensitive things, and that's not good or anything like that, but it was made at that time, and I think the most important thing is that it's acknowledged that it was made at this time, and it's not necessarily the right thing to be, and so it just is what it is.
And even in that sense, it's a nice. It's a nice talking point. If you have kids, it's a nice talking point to show. This is how it was.
Yeah, you can't forget.
Acknowledged back then, and then you can have that conversation of instead of just how more it seems nowadays. It's just like make everything politically correct and don't even be outside. At least you can have the conversation to show how times have changed and how things in that sense get better and change for the better.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. I mean, I don't know if
it was
Song of the South's ever going to be on there, but at least they're not changing the past to keep up with how it is now. So it's nice to
make it the proper way now, and what was made then just needs to be noted that
that's how it was made, and that's what it does in
a different time and unfortunate circumstances at the time, or a different way of thinking at the time led to things that weren't offensive so much then that are now, or at least weren't considered.
Yeah, and how people are acknowledging stuff is offensive and
changing
changing it.
I shouldn't say. Well, I'm sure they definitely still were offensive then.
Yeah.
But so that was just an interesting move. We'll see how long. I wonder if that will just be the norm all the way through here. Are they going to get pressured to? Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that said,
I know the changes how they keep. I didn't go back and watch A New Hope yet, but how they're talking about they changed the Han and Greedo scene again, which is just getting silly at this point. Just
Disney's gonna end up rebooting all those movies anyway.
Yeah,
I know that's coming. But anyway, we're running out of time here. So we'll continue this conversation next week and maybe touch upon, more Mandalorian stuff as we go further. With that being a Friday release every week now, and us generally doing these most of the time on Sundays. We'll hopefully be able to keep up with that and kind of have a fun conversation week to week on that. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Still not gonna give a date on the cooking show because still not sure exactly when we're gonna get that, but it will come. I can only promise you that. And same old. Quick Diz Takes, my handle on Twitter, Johnny Castano, his handle on Twitter, as you see right here on the bottom of the screen. So feel free to bug us on there and tell us we're wrong, or the comment section below. Give us a like, notifications. Keep yourself posted and hopefully keep up with us. Some people, some of you are for sure, and we're really grateful for that. So, thank you, and hopefully we'll get that comment section going a little bit better though. That's the only thing. The comment section seems to be a little quiet. I'm dying to just aggravate somebody and have them say call me stupid or something. I'm alright with that. Do it. Anyway, with that said, we'll see you guys next week, and have a magical rest of your week.